Good morning. Welcome to this Wisdom Over a Cup of Coffee with Sipho Mnyakeni, your coach. I look forward to empowering sessions together with you. I need to tell you now, the reason we did this is because we realized that there's a lot of negativity that is flying around. People are afraid, people are fearful, people are scared, and therefore they express that in various ways. And we thought, let us present an alternative path where people can watch and interact with us and be positive in the midst of this trial. The show is called Wisdom Over a Cup of Coffee. The idea is that you will go grab a cup of coffee and let's sit and let's talk. We have a number of speakers who have agreed to be with us here who will speak on various days briefly, just to get you encouraged and empowered. I am very glad to be part of this initiative, and I hope that you too will enjoy it. Yeah, my name is Sipho Mnyakeni. I'm your coach. These 21 days will not be easy, but we need to find a way of finding good even in the hardest situations. I've been trying to start a YouTube channel for the past 10 years. I never got to it. One of the excuses I gave was that I'm very busy, but now the government has put me in the house for 21 days. There's no excuse anymore. And so let's start. We must admit that this is a serious thing, this coronavirus. The fact that it has led to hundreds of countries shutting down, closing their doors, even for business, tells me this is indeed very serious. The numbers are concerning. Even this morning we were told 2 people have died, the first deaths in South Africa. And the numbers of those affected have even got to 1,000. This is very serious. The time for jokes has ended. I know we are a nation that sometimes uses jokes to cope, but some of these jokes are going beyond the line. We need to fight. Jokes aside, we are faced with an impending catastrophe if we do not act now. The rest of our lives depend on what we do over the next few days. Get locked down for 21 days or get an extended lockdown, which will critically realign our lives, most of us negatively. The message is simple: stay at home. I understand all the intricacies around that, but people who don't have homes, people who are cramped in homes, those can be dealt with by case. Those of us who have homes, stay at home. There are two extremes here. There are those who are alarmists, who want us to be scared. You are even scared to breathe because you are told there's corona. You can't even laugh, you can't even call people, you can't even sing. That's not an extreme that I think we need to take. Some people are just publishing all the negative statistics about this thing. 1,000 people, 2 have died in China, 3,000 have died, and so on. But no one is looking at the other side, that there are people recovering. There are scientists trying to find a solution to this. And so being alarmist is also not helping because it affects people's spirit. Some people are scared, literally scared. They'll be killed by depression rather than by corona. So this alarmist attitude must also be dealt with. But then you also have the laissez-faire attitude of people who say, there's nothing here. You know, a lot of conspiracy theories are brought forward. This is America, this is man-made. I think we must pass that stage and deal with what we are faced with today, making jokes. You see, the video of people dancing to the song Corona is the saddest sight in my view. In the face of an impending catastrophe, people are dancing as if this does not matter. There's a difference between making light of a situation to cope and making a fool of yourself by laughing at the danger in front of you. And I think that's what we are doing. I think we are laughing at the danger in front of us, and I hope we will stop doing that. Stay at home, be vigilant in your hygiene, and feed your mind positivity. I think these are 3 steps we need to take in order for us to deal with this. Stay at home, which we are doing now. Be vigilant. Washing hands might be an exercise in futility for many, but it's very key in this battle that we are fighting. And feed your mind positivity. A couple of other great speakers I know are hosting live sessions and broadcasts and streamings. I'd urge you to include that in your coping strategy. Some of the things you can do in coping for these 21 days, because surely we've never been here before. Call your friends, call people you love, speak to people, say hi, how are you doing? That technological link will make up for the missing physical touch. Play online games, play family games. You see, those people who are into esports now challenge one another. There's time. Of course, there's an issue of data, but hey, that's another story for another day. Have a movie time, watch a movie, catch up on your reading. Personally, I know that there's a book that I've been planning to read for months. I've not had an opportunity to read that book, but this time gives me a chance to read this book by Dr. S.D. Gumbi, The Life and the Legacy of Dr. S.D. Gumbi. I've browsed over a couple of pages and I think there's so much to learn from this book, and so these 21 days I must finish this book so that we can start engaging on it. So do those things, continue with your studies, write a book, make time every day, put an hour, 2 hours to writing that book. You'll be shocked at what you do. After 21 days, let's come out with some type of results. Before I share with you what I have today, I just want to say to you, we're going to be all right. We're going to be all right.
Preview.
Like I told you, there are a couple of other speakers who will be joining me over the coming days. I can give you a couple of them. Bishop Joshua Maponga will be here giving us a word. Pastor Sipho Mnyakeni, Dr. G.A. Lichuti, Mr. Kukuletu Kaba, Pastor Mutsamai Karedi. I have a lot of others who just come in and throwing a word, and I thank them in advance for availing themselves for this. Here's a word for today. Saint Francis of Assisi, a very popular quote. It goes like this: God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, the wisdom to know the difference. I'm saying to us, here's a quote for us to begin on in this lockdown season. 3 things he asks from God. He says, God, give me the serenity, the peace. He says, God, give me courage. He says, God, give me wisdom. These 3 things have got different functions depending on the situation you are facing. He says the serenity, the peace is for me to accept the things I cannot change. Nothing messes us up than things we cannot change. And we normally tend to worry when we realize we cannot change things. We mess up our minds wondering what if, what could have been, rather than relaxing. Because truth is, if you cannot change it, there's nothing you can do. If you cannot change it, there's nothing you can do. One saying goes, you worry, you die. You don't worry, you die. Why worry? If worrying doesn't change the price of cheese, why worry? So why do we mess up our minds, blowing them up on things we know we cannot change? We need the peace to accept that there are things you cannot change. One of the things you cannot change is your past. You cannot change it. You cannot change the fact that you've been where you've been. You've done what you've done. What is past cannot be changed. So if you messed up about your past, you need peace. Now, what are we facing that we cannot change? We're facing 21 days lockdown. We're facing an invisible virus that might be with us. We are not sure because we can't see it. We can't change the fact that it is there. And so let us not be messed up by the fact that it is there. It is there. We can't change that. Therefore, we need courage to change the things we can. And so as we face this situation and many others, we ask ourselves, what is it that I can change? And then you pray for courage to change. Do what you can. Be at peace with what you can't. And some of the things we can do, we've mentioned them, of course: washing hands, sanitizing, staying at home, keeping a distance. You can do those things, so do them. Don't worry about things you cannot do. Worry about the things that you can change, and then do change them. And finally, the wisdom to know the difference. Sometimes we are not sure if we can do it or not. And so God must grant us the wisdom to know the difference. My fellow South Africans, my fellow citizens of the world, we will beat this. We will be all right. Join me tomorrow again at 11 o'clock. I hope we will be at 1,000 subscribers. We have 820 now. Please go on and subscribe, because once we have 1,000, then YouTube will allow us to broadcast live. Enjoy the rest of your day. Let's talk tomorrow.